If you do not have a place to sleep that is safe and warm, and if you don't have food, then really every other need, it takes a back seat to that.
I don't know how they would survive on the streets. I mean, it's too cold.
The way we know our cold weather shelter is open, the way the community knows that is they can check our website, but the way a lot of the homeless know is by looking at our flag out front. So whenever our cold weather shelter will be open that night, we put up the white flag on our flagpole. That's a signal for them that the cold weather shelter will be open that night.
A lot of them are just gone through a rough time, lost a job, lost a wife.
And so you have to have these basic human needs met often first before we can even talk about other needs. It's hard for someone to really even think about that when their stomach is empty, when they don't know where they're going to sleep that night, when they haven't slept for 3 days. Our hope is that the cold weather would be an open door to that.
They'll open the doors. The general public are welcome to come in, and they have a cot, and there's a hot meal that's served, usually some soup or a stew or something like that. And they even have the option to take a shower. There's a table at the door with some papers where we log their name and their key personal information, just they want to know who they're helping.
Those who are in the most desperate of situations, who have no place to sleep on a night where it is too cold to be outside. I'm imagining the desperation, the hopelessness. What am I going to do for things that we probably take for granted because we have just having a place with some heat and a bed to sleep on is something that is in question for many of those facing homelessness.
I hope that giving them this place to live just for a night helps them make it to the next day and keep moving forward with whatever path they're trying to get on in their lives.
We provide a level of stability for them to come and say, come on in, come have these basic needs met. And while you're there, our hope is that we can also have a conversation with them. Our hope is that they will see our guys at the mission that maybe were once in cold weather, that are actually working on their life, that are experiencing some transformation, and they'll say, hey, I want that. I want something different.
I think when I go in, it's not necessarily about checking in the guys, the homeless guys, and doing the administrative details. It's talking to them, making them feel human. They look at me and they say, okay, that guy's a little different. He's probably not in the homeless shelter, but it's cool that he's here. And I've had a few of them say that. Hey, thanks for coming in and helping out. We appreciate that. And if I could, I'd volunteer more frequently.
Volunteers are important because it is a huge undertaking every day to open that cold weather shelter. And when it's night after night, especially in January, February, it's crunch time. It's almost every night we're open. And it is tiring and it's a lot. And we have some people that help, but we do need more help.
They really appreciate having an outsider, so to speak, come in and just talk and make them feel like they are important, they are human. And I think that is one of the biggest aspects of my volunteer work there.
At an initial level, it is worth it just to provide this on a basic, the food, shelter, warm place to sleep, the compassion of Jesus. But our hope and prayer is that on a deeper level, they would see, hey, your needs are not just physical, you actually have deep spiritual needs. And we have a God who is here to meet your needs, that sees you in your worst, that he loves you and accepts you as you are.